And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
Hey, thank you for joining me this Monday, May 18, 2026. We got a technical issue going on with the YouTube. I can't see the chat right now, but Andrew working on it. I guess for the last couple days or so, there's been an issue with the YouTube feed or whatever is going on as far as. So we trying to get it together for those in the chat. I'm going to make sure that I check on the chat once we get the chat up. But you already know what time it is. This will be the last Monday prayer for the Tory Lowe Show. And we got the Miracle Minister Kevin in studio. How you doing, Miracle Minister Kevin?
Tory, I'm blessed. I'm really blessed. I appreciate having an opportunity to come here with you today. And I just want to say, Tory, we talked last night, and it was almost 4.5 hours we talked, man.
Yeah, of course.
And one thing I did not tell you, that at this moment right now, I was supposed to be in Minnesota.
You supposed to be in Minnesota?
I was supposed to be in Minnesota.
Doing what?
At my daughter's house. My daughter she bought a house
What?
up there, yeah, and I was going up there to do some work for her while she down in Mexico right now enjoying herself. I was going to go up there and do a little work.
When you leaving out from Minnesota?
I was supposed to leave yesterday at 2 p.m.
What?
I was supposed to go, but I said, my daughter said, just wait till she get back. So the things worked out. God has a plan that we don't see. And when we talked, and then I said, okay, we'll just come on into the studio here and do the show live. Do the prayer live.
Right.
And that's what, God, he going to get your attention one way or another. Because that trip was canceled last minute in the morning, and I was leaving in the afternoon. So it was canceled just like that. And here I am.
See, this is why I say, when you faithful, the Lord will make a way.
That's right. That's right.
I always tell people, my favorite saying is the Lord will make a way.
Hey, nothing impossible for him.
That's my favorite saying. People be like this and that. I say, God will make a way. Don't worry about it. Like, the Lord will make a way. If it's in his plan, if you working on his plan, it's already written.
And like I say, I was going up there. I'll go do the prayer from up there. Stop doing whatever I'm doing, working, and say, okay, here's the prayer real quick. Let me get back to what I'm doing. But, this is the last Monday prayer that you said on air. It ain't going to be the last prayer.
well, I'll say
sure.
on the truth.
Yeah.
Like I said, I always give God my first anything,
Yes.
so I don't, no matter what format I'm in, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Like I said, this was just, the truth just got a taste of what I just been doing, But to have you come in every Monday, and then even sometimes on a Tuesday, and I think a couple times you had to come in on a Wednesday.
Yes.
But
whatever it is.
And then you got shot,
right.
at work.
Right. And couldn't wait to get back.
And so you healed up, came right back on it. Salute to Pastor Milton, for Miracle Temple for filling in while you was down for I think a couple weeks. I think you was just down for at least almost 2 months.
Well, I had about 2 months because I had my mouth wired for 6 weeks, so I couldn't even talk. But I woke up, it was already wired up, and I got that off 2 days before Thanksgiving. So I was good to eat a little bit, and I was able to talk a little bit, but I still couldn't. So he still carried on for a little while. And then when I was able to come back, God is good, like you say. He is faithful too. He is just, and he will make a way, like you said.
Well, look, I remember when that happened to you, when you were shot, and me and Pastor Milton, he said, Tory, I'm coming to grab you. He coming to pick me up.
Early in the morning, wasn't it?
And we went rolling around. I heard the song on Boys in the Hood when Trey was in the car, when Trey told Doughboy to let him out. When the pastor pulled up, I heard the trumpet.
Oh, wow.
The Boys in the Hood. Hey, we was riding around.
Little retribution there.
We was about to lay hands.
About to lay hands.
We believe in the laying of hands.
I didn't see anywhere the Bible said the hands had to be open or closed. I don't know.
But that's what happened. And like I said, I'm happy that you was able to recover. Still recovering. Still recovering from that.
Still seeing doctors, still seeing surgeons. They still want to do a couple more surgeries on me. And it's been 2.5 years or more. October will be 3 years.
It seems like this shift went by so fast.
I can't count. I'm trying to count how many prayers I did and trying to count how many doctor visits. I can't count neither one.
Oh, wow. But I'll say this, I believe that prayer changes things.
It does.
And my grandmother put that in my head, when I was little. She was like, just pray. Every time I came to her and I asked her a question, then she probably didn't know, but she said, just pray. And so when I was a kid, and this was before I became a deacon, and I wasn't even going to church or nothing. I was out here being, not in front of grandma, but when I hit the streets, I was out there acting bad. But
doing what you normally
she just kept saying, just keep on praying, and the Lord will, make a way. And so I use prayer as a way to just get me in a space where I'm trying to communicate with God, and let him know. Because you know how you get on the phone. You use the phone as a way to call your friend and tell him everything.
Right.
Prayer is that direct communication to the spirit to say, hey, this is what's going on. And I use that. I started using that more than I was using the phone.
And that's what you need to do, because people always say, I don't know how to pray. You know how to talk? Do you know how to pray? It's like you can call your friend and tell him everything's going on. Tell God everything that's going on. He got a listening ear, and he could probably do something more than your friend could, because he cares about his people. And the thing about it, people think that if you pray, there will be no more evil in the world. That's not how it's going to go. Evil is always going to exist until the appointed time. So things are going to happen. But we go pray that it don't happen to us, or that we able to recover from whatever happens. Everything lined up for me to recover. From the time they shot me, left me in the driveway bleeding out, bullet holes all over the place. And I was just saying yesterday at church, I said, I don't understand. Me and my wife were talking Saturday, and then we talked about it in church. I said, how do I get shot and every bullet went in and out, and I got shot in my stomach? I got like 3 bullet wounds in stomach, chest, and lower by my belly button, but there's no bullet wounds in my back. How they go in and out if I got nothing on my back? But the bullets didn't hit any major arteries or organs. So it must God's hand must have blocked it from hitting a lot of things. Because you got your liver, you got your kidneys, you got all that in there. Everything is up in there, but it didn't hit nothing vital. So it must have it blocked it and it came back out.
Wow.
Because if it go in and out, there has to be something in the back. Like with my arm, it's here and it's out. But where's the ones in the stomach? Where's the in and out? Where's the bullet wounds in the back? Something was blocked. It made them come right back out the stomach. It had to, because I'm asking my wife, do I have any bullet wounds on my back? Nope. Well, that don't make sense then. But it makes sense to God. God specializes in the impossible, in miracles. That's why the church I go to is Miracle Temple. We believe in miracles.
Well, I'll tell you this. That's why I call you the miracle minister, because with that being said, you got back out here, you recovered, and before, probably against doctor's orders, because man was probably telling you to sit down.
A lot of them.
But you started helping families. I would do call to actions, and I'd be like, "What you doing here? You showing up with the cane?" I said, "What is you doing here? You need to be somewhere asleep. What you come out here for?"
Doing a 2-mile walk with a cane.
But you can't tell a person that's working and trying to get things done nothing. So you can't tell me nothing either. So, but I'd say this: I appreciated all the efforts, because sometimes, and we talked about this, the fruit of the tree.
Yes.
And sometimes a lot of people look like they doing something.
Right.
But when you look for the fruit of the labor, you don't have no fruit. It's not producing no fruit. So you can't just look at the tree because it got green leaves on it. You got to look and see if it's producing the fruit.
That's the thing. When Jesus seen that fig tree, he seen it from afar off. He was way back. He said, okay, look like she got some ripe fruit on it. Let me go on up here and get me some, because we hungry. We about to head to the temple. We don't want to go in there with our bellies grumbling and all that. If we get close to it, he's like, there's no fruit on the tree. When you get a closer look at the person and be able to inspect them and see what they really are, you don't see any fruit. Now, from afar off, they look like they're doing something. They
like
really
on
doing
Instagram.
something. Yeah, they doing something. Oh, they got it going on.
Well, this is why I said if I hear another Martin Luther King speech, I'm gonna slap somebody because I don't want to hear the speech. I want to see the work. I want to see the work, and then while we working, then give me the speech while we on the ground. While we boots on the ground, then give me the speech because I might need that for motivation.
You say if I have a dream, you gonna slap and wake them up, huh?
Hey, we gotta wake them up. We gotta get to work.
No time for dreaming right now.
We can't be dreaming right now. We gotta get some work done.
That's right.
Splash some water on them. Man.
Yeah, well, I mean, Martin Luther King had his time, and his time, what he did worked for his time. Everybody. So we're in a different era right now. You can't use old methods to solve new problems.
Mm-mm.
You have to, keep on generating new ideas to solve the new problems that come ahead. We got a lot of technology now. They didn't have that back then. Now you got to fight that evil. What people use it for evil. You got to fight that. You see all the time on Facebook, people going there beefing all the time, but then they fight.
It's a drama tool.
It's a way to try to embarrass somebody,
scam somebody,
do whatever,
and even encourage somebody. I think that you could tell a lot about whoever the person is by how they run they live media.
Right.
And a lot of people put on that mask on the live media. But as time goes on, you can see, like, okay, I don't see no fruit here.
Okay.
Like, just give it time. What they say, in time.
In the season, everything, yes.
Facts.
It'll
reveal
time
itself.
season for everything.
So
yes.
it doesn't matter as long as you give it time.
You're right.
Like, you don't have to have the answer today.
Because you have a seed. That seed goes in the ground, and it has to go through a germination process. Mm-hmm. And you don't see what's going on because it's underground, but it's building roots. Because anything you do, got to have a foundation. So it's getting its roots together first. It's searching for nutrients all over, some water supplied so I can build up. And then you see a stem come up. You see a little bit of something come up. Okay, and it don't look like much. You see a little something there, you start to flower. Then once it does all that, it get bigger and bigger, and it becomes like that grain of mustard seed goes so small, it can become this big old tree that's 30 feet tall that's providing you protection. It's providing housing for the birds. It's providing you shade from the hot burning sun. It does all that. Like we talked yesterday about that with Jonah when he went to Nineveh.
Right.
And after he done did his thing in Nineveh, he went out and he's laid down in a gorge. God planted a gorge, and it grew up overnight to provide him shade. Mm-hmm. God will provide. Just that things don't grow that fast, but he did it that fast for Jonah. So we don't know what God has a plan for us. And like for everybody here on The Truth, whoever's leaving, I don't even know how far it goes or who's staying, who's leaving, for our producers, people in the back that you never see, the host. I have no idea who all is leaving, but we want everybody to still represent the truth, not the radio station.
But be fruitful.
Be fruitful.
Right.
Be truthful.
Well, I don't know if all that. But
we want to be truthful.
We want our spouses to be truthful too. Okay, but I hear you. But what I'm saying
I'll tell you what we want.
But what I can control is what I do. And so only thing I have control over is what I want to do and what I think is best for Tory Lowe.
Right.
Because when you put potential and hope into other things, it may not come out like that because you have no control. But what you do have control over is sometimes you have to be the example of what you want to see.
Right. What you think about that tree that has fruit? Every fruit on there ain't going to be good to eat. There's going to be some rotten apples on there.
Right.
It's going to be something that you got to throw. It got worms in it. You can't eat every one. You got to fight. Even when you have that seed, they produce fruit. You got to get the good fruit there.
Right.
You can't be like Cain and give the fruit from the ground as an offering to God and say, "Here, take this. It's all the stuff that fell on the ground. I'll put it in the basket for you. Here you go. This is my offer to you." No, that's why God didn't accept his offering, because he offered the fruit from the ground, stuff that fell down. Give God your best, like you say. You give him your first. Make sure your first is your best.
Right.
You don't say, my first fruit, but it's a rotten one. No, that's not what God wants.
And I always tell people like this: your journey with God is up to you. That's why I'm not going to argue with nobody about what they feel that they need to do, because only in time you're going to tell. Like, I started my journey 17 years ago when I came home, and I heard a lot of people say a lot of things, But in time, I saw what the outcome was.
You know what they said about the apostles after Jesus walked the scene? They said that if what they said is not true, it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last. So if it lasted 17 years, there must be some truth about it.
Oh, wow. Well, look, I need that Monday prayer. Hey, Truth Nation, look, gather around. This is going to be, at least in this format, the last Monday prayer. I'm going to need everybody to get on one accord. And I appreciate you, Miracle Minister Kevin, for faithfully being able to come and bring us the Monday prayers since the Tory Lowe show started right here on The Truth. And as we move forward, it's going to be plenty more Monday prayers. But this format, this will be the last Monday prayer. And I appreciate you for everything that you have done, the struggle that you have to go through personally to get to make sure that you okay, and then making sure that you come through with the Monday prayer. And I couldn't have picked a better person to do the Monday prayer right here on the Tory Lowe show.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Father God, we come to you once again, Lord. We thank you for another opportunity to get it right, God. We thank you for the opportunity we had over the many years that you have blessed this show, you blessed the station, and you blessed all the listeners, oh God. You led us, you kept us, you guided us, you gave us the wisdom we needed to work in our community. Now as everyone goes into their different destinations, Lord, we ask that you go with them. You'll lead them, you'll guide them, you'll keep them, oh God. You'll let the truth be in their heart and in their mind and come out of their mouth. Whatever they speak, whatever platform they may be on, that you will speak through them, oh God, that everyone would know what's going on in the community, how they can help each other and make a better community for all. We thank you for this, and we thank you for everything that you're going to do. For we don't see the future, but we see you, and that's all that we need. I speak life and life more abundantly in Jesus' name.
Anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the number one country that cares. Like, everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool, because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
The Brewers' annual Pride Night is coming up Friday, June 12th, and everyone's invited to keep the Pride Month party going at the ballpark, featuring special events highlighting Milwaukee's LGBTQ community, like a local makers market, a national anthem performance by pop duo Reina, and more Pride activities all around American Family Field. This year's Brewers' Pride Night is a party you don't want to miss. Grab your seats today at brewers.com/community nights.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. Advocate, Tory Lowe, he a soldier for the soul. Power to the people, seeing all the forces moving slow. Open doors for the lows, to the voice of the voiceless. When you feeling like you running out of choice, boy, Tory got the remedy. Activists going to war for black people, his family. Always got his foot on the pedal, running with no energy. Keeping people at a higher level with his empathy. Call him when you need him. He been an angel, but he had to work for his freedom. And his wings spread for his kingdom. And you know he got
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Okay, we got at least a good minute to finish out this segment because we took a little extra with the prayer this morning. But I want to get your, you work in construction.
Yeah.
Why ain't the potholes situation being resolved? Why do you think that, Minister Kevin, before we go to break?
Because the only time you're going to see it done right is when there's a camera there.
Oh, wow.
When you got the mayor in his little vest, looking like Mighty Mouse.
Oh, wow.
You have him. And that's the only time you're going to see something done right because they're going to roll it out. Otherwise, you'll see somebody, they're not going to blow out anything that's in there, all the dirt and everything. They're not going to put any bonding down there. They're going to throw some cold asphalt on it, and they're going to tap it. And that's it. And next time it rains, they're going to wash all that stuff right back out. It's not going to work. So they are trying to fill a lot of potholes now because everybody's talking about it.
It's all
the
over
radios, the TV, people complaining, going everywhere. Yes, they're going all over. Everybody is on them about the potholes because it's crazy. Mm-hmm. A lot of them you cannot fill. We talked last night. You can't fill a lot of them. You have to actually mill down the entire street. They got the millers. They'll grind all the concrete off up to about 2 to 4 inches, grind it off, and then they come and have a truck right behind it. They have a lot of dump trucks that's loading the asphalt in it, and they put it down. They're going to have the bonding down there. Everything will be done right. We do it that way. If you go on 60th and Mill Road and go north, you'll see they've done that. All the way to Good Hope, they've done that all the way to Bradley, and it looks nice. They've done it right.
Right.
But when you just throw it in, you try to put a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. That don't work. That's what city does.
Maybe we should have said a prayer about the potholes getting fixed, right?
Oh, man. Or the cars at $300.
I'm trying to tell you, people have been telling me they hit the potholes so hard, it turned on their heat. They hit the heat came on.
It
shook the car so hard that the heat in the air conditioning went off or the heat came on.
Right on Hampton and Titonia. They hit where the railroad tracks is. My brother's friend, or son's friend, was coming over there. He hit that. He blew both the front tires out. Just blew them both.
Wow.
And it's still that same way. So when I go to his house, I never go that way. I go down the side streets because I know that's there. Why I want to go somewhere where I know there's danger,
It's another unexpected experience in a time where we need to.
Well, we don't have it.
Where we don't even have a lot of people just struggling, and then they get to hit a pothole and make everything worse.
We energy bill going up, the registration going up, extra $11 that we didn't even know they slipped in. That the mayor asked for a $10 increase, and the common council said, well, we're going to just make it $11 to cover the fees.
Oh, wow.
So they made an $11 increase from $145 to $156 now to register your car.
What?
Yes.
Wow. Well, we as we continue with the prayers,
we have to pray.
We got to get to work too.
We
got to make sure we got representation that can understand what needs to go on for the people that's living here in the city instead of doing things that overtax. I seem like everywhere we turn, we being taxed. tax on tax on tax.
We need a Boston Tea Party going on.
Oh, wow.
They got tired of being taxed. They threw all the tea into the harbor. We're not going to pay for all this. You taxing us too much. And that's what we got, all this taxation without representation, because you're trying to end all our voting rights. You're trying to make it hard for us to vote. We don't know where we got to go to vote. They're making everything in every city and every state. They're making it difficult. Louisiana right now, Tennessee, Virginia, they're all making it so hard right now to even have black legislators in the state. They're making it so you can't even do nothing because what the Supreme Court did with their decision, they made it so possible. So we won't even have black representation anymore in those areas.
That's why we got to concentrate on our local government to make sure that we have a representation where we live on an everyday basis.
Whether they're black or white, they got to represent. That's what they call a representative. That means you represent what the people want, not what your party want.
And everybody been doing what they wanted to do for so long that now when it get real where you really need them to be on top of it, it's gonna be a mess.
It's too much representing your own party. I don't care what your party believe in. I'll talk about representing. I voted for you to represent my voice, not what your party want. Do what my voice, do it as a collective. We want speed bumps in our neighborhood to slow things down. Represent us on that. Do things like that.
Well, Minister Kevin, I appreciate you as we move forward. I'm looking forward to the next 10 years of what that looks like. And everything you do, I'm just praying that God enhance it and just make sure that you're able to continue the work that you've been doing. And I appreciate you.
As with you, God has his hand on you, and he will lead and guide you in the right direction. Don't even worry about this. This ain't nothing but a speed bump. You'll keep on going.
Pow! I heard it. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have the Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin performing arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at UPath Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upaathride.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
Ready to grow your business? Then connect with the City of Milwaukee at City Connect 2026, the city's third annual vendor fair sponsored by BMO Harris Bank. Join local businesses, community partners, and city leaders Thursday, May 28th at Milwaukee City Hall from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Learn how to compete for city contracts, navigate the bid process, explore small business certifications, and build valuable connections through workshops and networking opportunities. Visit milwaukee.gov/vendor fair for details.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey.
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog.
Great. Do you have a pool outside?
Nope, just a big old backyard.
Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This sports update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Brewers are headed to Chicago to face the Cubs for the first time since the Brewers beat the Cubs 3-2 in last season's NLDS. The Brewers have won 8 out of their last 10 games, but suffered one of those losses in the final game of the series against the Twins. Brewers lost yesterday's game 5-4.
This one behind home plate. Caratini sheds the mask. He's got room, makes the catch. And the Twins survive, and they salvage a game out of this series.
Chicago came together during the White Sox and Cubs series to call out a familiar Wisconsin sports team. As you can hear, Green Bay sucks. Well, here's a familiar sound for Brewers fans.
It is gone! Price to ring! An October moment!
Tonight's game begins at 6:40. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Out the frying pan to the fire where I landed at. Back where I was damaged at. Still brought a hammer back to advocate. It's the type of heat that melt the candle wax. Making moves to handle that. Never had to scam or trap the advocate. This for every mother who was beaten, who was bruised. If he put his hands on you, don't hesitate to move. What would Tory do? The advocate.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report. This Monday brought to you by Xavier Spencer.
Last week, huh?
Hey, it's the last week.
Man.
Hey, make it hot.
Hey, we go come in hot.
What's going on? We coming in hot.
Well, look, you know I got to just start it off with the recent crazy Friday night that happened, or, Thursday night or whatever, of Drake dropping 3 albums. Look, I know people don't want to hear about Drake, but it's got to be talked about. He dropped 3 albums, which is crazy, broke the internet. Now, were they good? No, they were not good. Especially, Iceman was okay. I didn't mind Iceman. Like, that album was...
It was hip-hop.
It was hip-hop. It was cool. Then he tried to make an R&B album, and I was like, okay, he can sing, but like...
What is the Bridesmaid or something like that?
No, that was the dance. That was the dance, like, club album. You know what I mean? Like, that's for the girls, like, to dance in the clubs. And
what was the name of the album? The Bridesmaid or something like that?
The Maid of Honor.
The Maid of Honor, yeah.
Yeah, that was the club album.
I heard like 4 or 5 tracks off of that, and I just had to turn it off.
Oh my God, that was
now other countries might be bumping that.
It's gonna get played in the clubs regardless.
I think other countries.
Yeah.
I was looking in the comments.
Yeah.
And people outside the United States was like, "Hey."
Yeah.
But in the United States, we a little bit tougher,
right?
Than the crowds when you start getting outside of the United States.
Especially in
it's
his
more
case.
competition in the United States, and we, this is where it originated. So in the United States, we probably like, that's mid.
Yeah.
But when you get in other countries, they going crazy to this.
I mean, that album's gonna get played.
Open Gundam style or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Like they weird with the music when you get outside the United States. It was one time I looked up and I saw that David Hasselhoff was on top of the charts. Was it Brazil or something like that? In another country, he was like a #1 singing artist in another country. Yeah, on the top of the charts. So when you get outside the United States, you can sell some music.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but that Maid of Honor album was trash. I didn't enjoy it at all. I don't like dance. Like, I don't like that type of music. Like,
and what was the last one? It was like
It was Habibti or something. Habibti.
I don't even know what that is.
That was the R&B album. That was like, he had some good songs in there, but then he had like Sexy Red on the song, and I was like, man, he had Sexy Red on both of those albums. I'm just like, man, what do you? I don't know. We used to get.
They trying to push Sexy Red in the culture too.
But we used to have like Rihanna, Alicia Keys. He had SZA on some songs recently. Like, why you? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Drake dropped 3 mid albums because I believe he was holding back. I believe he was trying to get out of his deal. He a free agent now. He a free agent.
Yeah.
He dropped his. I don't know if the record companies knew he was dropping 3 albums.
They had to know, right?
Yeah, but he dropped 3 albums, 3 different barcodes. He fulfilled his deal.
Right.
There was rumors that he had another deal on the table for what?
Yeah, so
$2 billion or something like that
So
as
Drake-
an independent.
Yeah, so Drake, he completed his contract with UMG and reportedly received a $2 billion offer from a private equity firm that would allow him to retain his ownership of his music. This will effectively replace a record label. If the deal happens, Drake will become the richest musician in history. This is what Mike tried to do. Well, Mike already had his music.
Well,
but he wanted
it
more.
sounded like some oil money, some Saudi Arabia money.
Some.
Like he went over there with the
Under the
Saudis.
table, yeah.
And they
They
got it like that.
Yeah, they are rich.
$2 billion ain't nothing. And they getting the entertainment too.
Yeah, they talk about trillions over there.
I'm just saying.
You know?
Like, so I don't know if it's backed by the oil money,
Yeah.
but or tech.
I don't know.
It's so because Drake brand
Yeah.
can go into tech ideas,
That's true.
things like that. So
That's true.
it's got to be tech behind it or oil.
Because $2 billion, you
Yeah.
can't. I mean, he might be worth that much at this point, but
His catalog probably.
that's what I
worth
mean. Yeah. So I don't know if he retains his music rights. I mean, he'll be able. I mean, that's probably what it means. He'll become worth $2 billion because his music is worth that much.
All right. So do he buy his music? Like, even though he's out of the contract, do he own the masters?
I think that's what he's aiming for.
UMG may be the owner of the masters.
Yeah.
But if you get a deal for $2 billion, he could buy his.
That's what I mean.
He could buy it for $1 billion. Buy his.
And then he can make it all back
Right.
because it's his music. It's gonna get played regardless. This is what Tory Lanez did in 2021. Okay, he had NFTs.
Right.
And he put
What happened to NFTs? They didn't fade it out.
Let me explain why. You see, you understand? Look,
I think Andrew's still holding on to his NFT, hoping that
Look, I'm telling you,
bring some value.
Look, he had he had the method. Okay, Tory Lanez broke just broke the matrix doing this stuff. He put his music or something. I forget how it works, but yeah, NFTs, and people would buy his NFTs, and he went platinum in like 30 seconds, maybe less, because people were buying NFTs for $1.
And it was his album.
Yeah. And it just went platinum in 30 seconds because he had, I think, how many streams you got to have or buys you got to have to.
I think
like
it's, I forgot how.
$1 million or something like that.
Facts.
Something like that. And he went platinum right away. After that, you don't hear about NFTs no more. Went to jail. Frank Ocean did the same thing that Drake did. Dropped 2 albums to get out of his deal. You ain't heard of Frank Ocean since.
Well, Frank Ocean played the system too. Frank Ocean got
yeah.
like $20 million and ran. He kind of did something similar to what Master P did.
Okay, yeah.
He took some money, and that's why they can't. The industry don't really mess with them like that,
right?
Because they took their millions of dollars and they tricked the industry. It's only a couple artists that was able to define the glitch in the matrix.
And that's what
and
Drake
Master
trying to do.
P was one of them.
Yeah.
And Frank Ocean, if you look up his stuff, he took some money from the industry too. That's why they ain't messing with him no more. I think it was. Don't quote me, but at least up to almost 20 million or 10 million or something like that.
Man, he got off.
Yeah,
and
and
he did this,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It rumors.
That's crazy.
So I was like, oh snap.
I mean,
Yeah.
Drake doing this though. I mean, if this is true, if this is all going down, that he's trying to, sign with this private equity firm or whatever. I mean, that would break a lot of like big artists.
But a lot of people anticipate Drake going independent will be a smash hit because he's already a record-setting, trending artist.
Right. And the thing is about being independent too, though. You got to pay for your own stuff like that. You got to pay for your own tours.
But he already got it all.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, for artists that are still maybe trying to follow him, they're gonna have to figure out, their
Let me tell you
financials.
something. It only would have to happen to Drake because he already got a system built around him. He's already got the popularity. Nobody's gonna tell him no. He's already Billboard, Billboard royalty at this point. He threw out all them songs out of his hard drive, coupled them up all together, probably did 2 songs on each of those albums, 2 fresh songs.
Yeah.
Dumped his hard drive just to get out the deal. Because you can't tell me you made all this rap, all those raps. It ain't nothing. Drake is a hit maker.
Yeah.
I didn't hear no hits in none of this.
I ain't hear no hits. I heard some decent songs, but no hits.
No, it
hits.
ain't nothing that I got to go back and listen to. I listened to everything once. It was nothing I had to go back and be like, oh, that was,
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Yeah,
it was the Future song, and I only heard that once. And if I go back, I'm gonna try to listen to that one more time.
that was a good one.
But that was it.
Yeah.
Like the one he had with Future, and was that T.I. son on there? Who was the other artist?
Molly Santana.
I don't know.
who
Like
that
who
is,
was
but-
that? I thought at first it sounded like King. From
That's right.
I thought it was him.
Yeah. No, it's Molly Santana. So I don't know who that is, but they was pretty good on the song too. But look, I don't think the albums were great. I think he, like you said, did it just to get out of that record deal. Because him and his record deal have not been good. He talked about it the whole album.
Right.
Like, he don't really mess with them. Like, they don't mess with him. He don't mess with them. They just are both in it for the money at this point.
But what I'm saying is Drake, he got hits in the chamber.
Yeah, I don't know what he was. He could have just put him up.
Noki was a hit. I like the Noki song.
Yeah.
Like, what,
Nokia, whatever. Yeah.
But what I'm saying, he got records like
Yeah.
that hit records. I didn't hear not one hit record on this. On all 3 albums, it was nothing that I had to play again.
Yeah. I mean,
I
don't blame
felt like
you.
my ears was drained because I was trying to cipher through the material, and it wasn't that song that was like, oh, that's the one. It was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, where I'm searching. Okay, where the one at? And he had 0. Now I said the closest he came to having one was the Future record,
Yeah.
and that wasn't even one.
Man, this is what Kendrick Lamar do to people, man. And he's still trying to go at him. On the whole album, trying to go at Kendrick Lamar left and right. And I'm like, man, you got to chill. Because it's not going to work out. Because Kendrick Lamar, I mean, he probably just sitting back laughing. He proving his point.
Kendrick Lamar know to play. They playing chess.
Yeah, he know the method.
He know Drake didn't put his best. He waiting to get out the deal. Trust me, when Drake start making new music moving forward,
I hope so.
he gonna really get back on his chart topping creativity. That's what I believe. Because what he did just now, he just gave that out to the fans. It was not good. It was just a dump. I think it was a hard drive dump.
Yeah.
And it was, and I understand the business side of it.
Yeah.
I understand him trying to just get out the deal. He knew that everybody was going to stream it like crazy. He got all the streams from it, and he got all of the registered albums out there that he needed to complete. I think this was all this was about.
I mean, the hardcore Drake fans will tell you that every album was great, which is not true. If you're a Drake fan listening and you think all those albums were top-tier albums, you got to go re-listen. Like, sit down and actually re-listen. Just take Drake out the equation. He wasn't talking about nothing on any of these albums. So that's all for Drake,
Hard drive dump.
Yeah.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report. Truth Nation. They like they right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship because that for them is free.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Big trucks can be intimidating. If you've been seriously injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. You don't want to take on the insurance company alone. Gruber Law Offices has the experience, the resources, and of course, the results. We know truck law. We know the rules and regulations. We know what it takes to win. Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, Petey Pablo, Jaquan, and Milwaukee's very own Big Frank. It's Milwaukee's biggest throwback party of the summer, all for $29. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets now at tacosandtequilafestival.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We out here fighting for the people. What we doing? We out here fighting for the people. What we doing? We out here fighting for the people. Tory Lowe, part 1.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, Pop Culture Report with Xavier Spencer in studio.
Yo.
Xavier, what else we got going on this month?
You seen you like Tom Brady?
Come on now, Tom Brady.
The GOAT?
I used to think that Joe Montana was the GOAT. Tom Brady surpassed Joe Montana as the GOAT to me as far as football.
Well, he out here doing his ex-wife's job.
What you mean?
He on the runway.
Tom Brady on the runway? Well, he's in good shape.
I mean, yeah, but like
he been eating that avocado ice cream.
Man.
He got that avocado ice cream gonna get you looking right.
That's gonna make me throw up. I'm good. But he on the runway. He was I guess he was in New York or something. He was walking for Gucci.
That's a great move for Tom.
You think
Tom
so?
Brady. Yeah, it's a great move for him.
I mean, he already owner of the Raiders.
Oh,
right
wait, so who was that had the isotone gloves and stuff like that? Was that Dan Marino?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Was
it Dan?
Then I think Joe Namath got into the modeling.
Yeah.
And something.
Yeah.
Somebody did some underwear or something like that.
Yeah.
This is something that only the extremely popular quarterbacks can pull off.
I think Jalen Hurts might do it too. He might. I don't know if he did, but yeah, man. Tom Brady on here on doing his ex-wife job. He just
running the runway.
On the runway.
He was at the roast too, the Kevin Hart roast.
Yeah, he was roasting Kevin Hart.
That's what I'm saying.
He out here making moves.
Look, let me tell you something. I think he got like over $300 and some million for the broadcasting contract.
Man. Yeah, he do. Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
With all that being said, money can't buy you love.
He about to take her job. He about to be the go to her job.
I'm just trying to tell you. He said, I can do. Okay, now that I'm gonna show you. Tom Brady is showing people that he got more talent than just being a quarterback. He's in broadcasting. He's calling games. He's modeling.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing I can do. And usually people with that type of energy that Tom Brady got, he's marketable.
Yeah.
He took care of his body.
Oof.
A lot of women would love to have Tom Brady. A lot of people look at Tom Brady. He was like the poster kid for the NFL for a second.
He be out here. Tom Brady ain't shot at the game now.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He can go out here and talk to anybody.
All I'm saying is he had Gazelle, the top model for a while.
He cheated though.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Tom Brady is good on the eyes.
Yeah.
If I had a product, I'd have Tom Brady come and do something with it.
I mean,
he took care of it. It's like LeBron.
Yeah.
Like they took care of themselves over into the 40s.
Right. That's crazy, man. I applaud Tom Brady for stealing his ex-wife's job, being a GOAT at two things. Real quick, I want to get to you on this too. So you remember the Jaylen Brown and Stephen A. beef? Did we talk about that before?
No, I think that we kind of glanced around.
Okay, so Jaylen Brown went on Twitch a few weeks ago after they got beat in the first round by the 76ers, and I don't remember his comments, but Stephen A. Smith responded saying that he needs to just be quiet. And then Jaylen Brown responded, "I'll be quiet if you retire from your job."
Oh, wow.
I'll get off Twitch if you get off a First Take and stop posting and talking so much. So then they just kept going back and forth. So Jaylen Brown recently said that, and then Stephen A. just responded to what Jaylen Brown said. I think we have a video.
But in the end, Jaylen Brown, be careful what you wish for. You really want me to start reporting on that level? You understand? Locker room? How the organization might think about you? How the city may feel about you? How Jason Tatum may or may not feel about you? Sneaker deals, endorsement deals, the list goes on and on and on. The season is over, bro.
So
you on Twitch trying to do what I do and talking about me needing to step away. It makes no sense. I'm not.
Sound like Stephen A. is a little jealous.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It sounds weird. What you mean what you do? I mean, I know you got shows.
Who's bigger, I Show Speed or Stephen A?
Well, I Show Speed.
Who is bigger, Kai Cenat or Stephen A?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Okay,
that's pretty
what
close.
I'm saying, them
That's
streamers
close.
can get up there.
Yeah, that's pretty close, though, still, yeah.
Them streamers can actually get up there, and Stephen A. is seeing something coming his way that he's trying to address. If it wasn't even an issue, he wouldn't even be talking about it.
Well,
that Twitch can get to the point where it can overcome a lot of what's going on in mainstream media.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown's whole point, though, is like, you're a clown. Like, you just use your platform for clickbait, not facts. So that's pretty much what he was saying to Stephen A. But Stephen A., he just always, he go feed off of that every time. Jaylen Brown shouldn't have said nothing. I agree, because now Stephen A. just feeding off of that, getting views off of you.
Let me tell you something. Stephen A., I'm surprised he ain't got a Twitch.
He do, I think.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that's a road for a lot of streamers that have been independent and have taken the mainstream media by storm.
Yeah. I mean,
and Jaylen can do that.
Yeah, he can do that. He feeding right into Stephen A. Smith, though, like doing all this. Real quick. Billie Jean surpassed Drake's top song, by the way, yesterday. So, hey, Mike's still the GOAT. Just saying.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. No more comparisons.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I don't know why people.
I don't even want to say Drake.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. People
in the
comparing.
same sentence. Okay.
People out here comparing. I just
here we go.
Let the record
Why
straight.
you put the glove on the album?
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Thank you for that pop culture report, Nazir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we're going to open up the lines. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
So I was shocked that they let an advocate get on the air. Because I was like, man, do y'all really want to know what's really going on out here in these streets? I wish I could have a whole show that y'all could listen to every phone call that come to mind. I could do a whole show on my voice message. Just people calling, talking about what's happening. Just off the voice message, y'all wouldn't even believe what I got in my voice message. I'm gonna start a podcast after show. I'm gonna let y'all hear the raw material, because we can't even play it on the air. That's how real it is out here. That's why I ain't got time for all y'all all that extra stuff that y'all be trying to do. I'm just happy that we're able to have these great, powerful conversations, but I'm going to always remind y'all that we got to still get out here and get to work.
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m., live on YouTube and right here on 1017 The Truth.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. Let me get my peeps in the chat some love. Minister Kevin came in and we went a little bit over, because he was live in the studio, which was powerful. Said the last Monday prayer on the show today, and then we had a little bit of time with him left after that. We talked about the potholes. And he works construction, so he gave his opinion about what's going on with the pothole situation. That's been a huge concern. But I didn't get a chance to see who was in the chat. Who we got in the chat? Essie in the chat. Brother Hayes is in the chat. Salute. Josh, as always, in the chat. What's up, salute? He says to everybody. Jeff, as always, is in the chat. Who else do we have in the chat? I got to scroll down because now they didn't already got to talk. Mo the Elephant is in the chat as usual. Wow. Salute to all of my day ones. Zay the Shade has joined the chat. Jeff is definitely just a consistent chat member. Barbara in the chat. Salute. This is the last week of the Tory Lowe Show. And Friday will be the last day. So I think we're doing something after the show at the 3rd Street Market Hall. People want to come hang out. You're more than welcome at the 3rd Street Market Hall Friday, I think around 4:30. 4:30 till we just say, all right, goodbye or something like that. I mean, we ain't going to put no limit on it, but maybe a couple hours down at the 3rd Street Market Hall hanging out with fans and hanging out with Truth Nation. Once again, so if you ain't got nothing to do Friday at 4:30, we'll be out at the 3rd Street Market Hall this will be the last Tory Lowe show as far as the truth. One Man Army in the chat, salute. One Man Army, salute. I appreciate you for joining the chat. I want to talk about this story. They saying that according to records, the World Health Organization has declared Ebola outbreaks in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Uganda a public health emergency of international concern. Ebola. If you're watching, we got some audio on this. We got some audio on this. If you watch this, we broadcast live. We got some video. Let's listen.
Tonight, outbreaks of the deadly Ebola virus in 2 African countries have prompted the World Health Organization to declare a global health emergency. CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb of our London bureau reports on their efforts to contain it. Imtiaz.
Jarika, good evening. There's a major push to contain this fast-moving and deadly outbreak of the Ebola virus. The Democratic Republic of Congo's government has said it's activated a public health emergency operations center, strengthened epidemiological and laboratory surveillance, and ordered the rapid deployment of response teams in an attempt to contain the outbreak. This remote corner of eastern Congo is on edge. In a nearby gold mining area, Ebola is spreading fast and people are dying. John Kasembo is a motorcycle taxi driver. We are very afraid, he says. Since the beginning of May, many people have died, and it keeps happening. We're so scared. Kasembo is right to be afraid. Spread through direct contact with bodily fluids and through broken skin, Ebola causes severe bleeding and organ failure. There is no proven cure for the virus, and according to the World Health Organization, the average fatality rate is around 50%. CBS News medical correspondent Dr. Celine Gounder says containing the virus won't be easy.
It's already a big outbreak at the point that we're hearing about it. There have already been a number of deaths, and this is a strain of Ebola for which we have no treatment, no vaccines.
This is the Democratic Republic of Congo's 17th outbreak of the deadly viral disease, which was first discovered in 1976 in what is now the DRC and is thought to have spread from bats. It's also unfolding against a backdrop of a deepening security crisis in the region, where clashes between rival militia groups have killed dozens of civilians in recent weeks. And tonight, global health experts are warning the Trump administration's dismantling of USAID and withdrawal from the WHO may have a serious impact on the global effort to contain the virus, Jarika, an Ebola outbreak, which has...
All right, well, what was the other virus that was on the cruise ship, the Huntis? Well, Hunte virus or whatever. They said that came from rodents and rat droppings and stuff like that. So here we go. And you know, when I see things like this, the Congo, that they have resources over there. They said it was around like one of those gold mines or something. It was happening around a resource. So who finna go in there and really try to help those people, or they really trying to help themselves to the goal? Because even if I was going over there and I was near one of those gold things, those gold mines, and let's say I was helping people during the day, I'm going over there and shifting some dirt around to see if I can find me a gold nugget out of the gold mine or something. I'm not just finna just be there all day dealing with Ebola. I'm finna go over there and see what's over there. Maybe I can find me a gold nugget and make me a gold chain or something, a fat gold chain. It's always around resources, though. That's all I'm going to say about that. But they out of control. You know, a lot of things going on over there in the Congo. Ain't that where they get the material to make the iPhones?
Yeah, and a lot of those mines, Tory, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those mines. There's a lot of resources in the Congo. So, hey, you got an Ebola outbreak. Let us come over there and figure out what we can do. We ain't got no cure. But we definitely might take some time to try to see if we can grab some gold out of there. And wasn't the movie The Blood Diamonds? Wasn't that out of the Congo? So the Congo got like gold, diamonds, and the material that they use to lithium. Yeah, that's coming over there. That's somebody said, "Stop it, Tory." I'm just saying, it ain't no cure for it. So what y'all going? Y'all going over there just to quarantine people? Okay, I'm going to quarantine you when you go to sleep. I'm going to go over there and dig through see if I can find me some gold or something. See if I can come up. Bring one of them nuggets back to the United States. I'm just saying. Hey, you know how we do. You know how Americans do. It's a crisis. Crisis in resources. That's what it is. Hey, and then they, okay, I'm going to throw this out there. Now, I want to talk about this Hunter's virus. They saying that it's from rodents and rat droppings, right? I said, how come we ain't never heard of it? Because I didn't been in infested housing in the city with rats and rat poop all over the place. Some of these restaurants got rat droppings. At the restaurants, they ain't got an A, from the health organizations, they dirty dining. I mean, why am I just hearing about this? I never heard about the Hunter's virus. And if it's from rat droppings, you know how many buildings in the city that got rodents, issues, and rat droppings all over the place? So why ain't we never heard about this?
Have you ever heard of Gene Hackman? He's an old actor. So him and his wife passed away. They had dementia and stuff, but they died from Hunter's virus because they had all the rodents in their home.
Right. But what I'm saying, Grandma had rats. I'm just saying, I grew up.
I think it's a Southwestern thing.
I didn't go as far as Michael Jackson to make it one of my pets. I didn't have a pet rat.
Everything I've heard, it seems like it's a Southwestern thing because it happens in Latin America, American Southwest. Like, it feels like a Southern thing.
That's all I'm saying. So you can't just say it's from rodents and rat droppings because half the hood, it's some rats up in the suburbs, a rat infestation. So, okay, what's that?
I hope you weren't going to say here. I was like, oh, I hope he's not saying here.
Well, we had some traps laid down. We in the food court, so.
Not since I've been here.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this, I got to just raise an eyebrow when the mainstream media start running these ideas of outbreaks and this and that, and I hear where they say it's coming from, I got to go and fight landlords all the time because these residents been complaining about infestation and they need somebody to come in and try to rectify the infestation. So like I said, I don't know. Like I said, that why ain't more people on the block, or where a lot of the situations that I've seen over the years, how come that ain't going on like that? That's all I'm gonna say. If y'all who out there had infestation, had rodents in the house before, rat droppings and all that stuff, and y'all work to get rid of it, but y'all ain't come out with the Hunter's virus. I ain't saying it ain't no problem. All I'm saying is the media, when it's in the mainstream media, and I got my daughter asking me about what it is because she got asthma, and then I go look and say it's from rodents and rat droppings. Well, I didn't been around rodents and rat droppings my whole life when I was coming up. I'm just saying. We gonna open up the line 833-212-1017. This is the last week of the Tory Lowe show, so I'm gonna leave the lines open. For people to call in, and if y'all anything y'all want to discuss, I don't even want to put a topic on this last week. So from Monday to Friday, if there's anything that's going on that y'all want to discuss outside of what we're discussing, fine. If y'all want to say what y'all want to say about what's happening with the truth or whatever, like I said, God bless. We always want to make sure we wish everybody the best moving forward with life. But like I said, Truth Nation, we have been doing this for 5 years now. And like I said, I've always on my show, I've allowed people to say from their perspective and talk, as long as you ain't talking out the side of your face. Now, we don't do, when you start talking out the side of your neck, then I might have to, stop you right there. But if you just, just pure opinion, just how you feel, just kind of idealistic wise from your perspective, we always welcome that. But
I would like to hear from Truth Nation their favorite Tory Lowe memories, Tory.
Favorite Tory Lowe memories?
Yeah, like memories, moments from the show.
Oh, wow. Well, let's open up the lines for the favorite memories. I guess Andrew says he wants to hear what the favorite memories was, you know. Maybe I'll tell you my favorite memory from the show. I got so many. But maybe I'll talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation! Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth Community Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Nicole Acosta, Director of Impact Engagement at Peak, and Tyreka Barnes, a parent of students at Peak. They will discuss how your child can do summer different through their free summer programming in Milwaukee and camp in Boscobel, Wisconsin. Again, that is the Community Spotlight this Wednesday with the Kellogg Peak Initiative at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
In Milwaukee County, equity means making sure everyone has a real chance to thrive. That's why the Milwaukee County Office of Equity works to help remove barriers, strengthen community connections, and support fair access to opportunities across Milwaukee County. Want to learn what they do, explore resources, or find ways to get involved? Just search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online. Milwaukee County Office of Equity, advancing equity for all Milwaukee County residents. For more information, search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
27, standing for the home team. Neighborhood hero, post traumatic soul scream. Advocate, wanna know where the gift, whose idea was it to blast a trick? Once they get back in the way, it's over. Ghetto John Brown, 27, standing for the home team. Neighborhood hero, post traumatic soul scream. Advocate, wanna know where the gift, whose idea was it to blast a trick? Once they get back in the way, it's over. Tory Lowe. Gotta tell him blow, gotta tell him bro. Tory Lowe. Gotta tell him blow, gotta tell him bro. Ghetto John Brown, 27, standing for the home team. Neighborhood hero, post traumatic soul scream. Advocate, wanna know where to give, whose idea was it to blast a trick? Once they get back in the way, it's over. Ghetto John Brown, 27, standing for the home team.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Before we went to break, we was talking about the Hunter's virus. And I looked at the talk to text. And 2465 says, because I said I never heard about it before because I've been around infestation my whole life. You know, rat droppings. I remember when I woke up one morning and I went in the pantry, I tried to sneak in the pantry. Grandma had left some cookies in the pantry. And Grandma put the lock on the pantry. She locked the pantry because we kept eating all the goodies out the pantry. Well, she locked us out and the rats ate it. You know, we looked in there and I was mad because she put the lock on it. And I don't understand why she put the lock on the pantry because people was coming in and out, getting stuff out of the pantry, and she would look up and want something and it was gone because people was eating out the pantry. But when she went and put the lock on the pantry, the rats ate the food and the cereal and the stuff. So we looked in the pantry and the cookies, the rats ate up all the cookies. There was rat droppings everywhere. So what I'm saying is, you know, I don't have to be a biologist to know because when you get sick, you go to the doctor, they're going to tell you what you got. Now, I found out that it was an outbreak, a small outbreak. When was that? The outbreak of the Hunter's virus. 1993. And how many people got the Hunter's virus in this outbreak?
It was like 6 people, Tory.
6 people. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just asking questions from common sense. Some of y'all just listen to stuff and just, oh, this got to be it. You know what I mean? No, I mean, I'm around. I grew up on the block. We grew up poor. I had family members that had infestation issues, rats, roaches, all that. So I came from that. So I never heard of it. And so if I was a biologist, I would be knowing about a lot of different things that I wouldn't understand if I wasn't. But at the same time, if it was affecting people with the rodents, with the rat droppings and stuff like that, trust me, we'd be talking about it because we'd be trying to spread the word. And I'm telling you, in the word of mouth spread fast in the hood. Word of mouth. And I remember back when I was coming up, they used to say, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. I thought that was like a Dr. Seuss riddle. Till I finally got to the point where we had, like, at one point, it was a bad bed bug outbreak in the city. They was down at the courthouse. Bed bugs was down at the juvenile detention center. Bed bugs was running wild, like the Ultimate Warrior all over the city. And so I thought that bed bugs was just a saying. And then all of a sudden, the elders was calling me to these nursing homes. They had a bed bug outbreak. So I had to deal with it to try to resolve some of these infestations in the city, like different styles of infestation, and try to get, especially when it comes to the elders, you know, when they trying to enjoy their latter years and all of a sudden there's an infestation. So like I said, I understand a lot of how to really, you know, maneuver and get these things resolved as far as like the landlord, if they renting and getting people over there to try to resolve some of these issues. But if it was a sickness out here, we would have knew it from that. I don't have to be a biologist to know, because I would have heard about it. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But if you want to join the conversation today, 833-212-1017, what was your favorite Tory Lowe moment? What was your favorite Tory Lowe moment? Once again, this is the last week of the Tory Lowe Show on The Truth. 833-212-1017. If you got something powerful that you wanted to throw out there, something, a memory. What you say, Andrew? Okay, we got something going on in Arkansas as well when it comes to this Hunter virus. An Arkansas man allegedly threatened to shoot up a Walmart if the Hunter virus forces the United States to shut down. A lot of people think, you know, when they traumatized from COVID. The COVID shutdown traumatized a lot of people. So they paying attention to this Hunter virus. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
Arkansas man is facing charges after investigators say he threatened a mass shooting at a Walmart during an online video game. The Marion County Sheriff's Office says 20-year-old Aaron Keith Bynum said he would carry out the attack if the country faced a lockdown tied to hantavirus concerns. The FBI traced the threats through an online gaming account. Deputies arrested Bynum at his home. Authorities say computers and other electronic devices were collected during the investigation.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now, when you playing them video games, you can talk crazy all you want. You used to could, but now you don't write nothing crazy down on no digital platform. Because somebody can take it serious, send it to the authorities, and it's legit. You wrote that from your IP address, and they'll come get you. They'll come get you. Like I said, you can't do all of that extra writing down now. They have to take precaution. A lot of these people, like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that to somebody. And I'm surprised half of the stuff people write down on social media. Only reason they ain't going to jail because nobody ain't reported it. If you screenshot a threat and send it to the police department or to the federal government, depending on where the threat is, if you threaten anybody from government, politicians, things like, they can screenshot that and put it in a space where you can go to jail. They could get a search warrant for your house. Look what they did to this man. He probably was, he a nerd on the couch, you know. But then once again, you know, ain't no telling. You don't know what somebody who's gonna shoot up mass shootings look like. They most of them look like geek, you know, nerds or people, you know, that's off to the side, introverts or something like that. So you don't know. Ain't no real labeling. Anybody can go crazy. I'll say that. But look what happened to him. He was probably frustrated and triggered from the COVID-19 shutdown. He said, I'm not staying in the house again. If this happened again, I'm going to do it. Okay, now you finna go to prison. Now you ain't got to worry about the hunter virus. You got to worry about Big Bubba coming to grab you. And that's worse than the hunter's virus. You got to sleep with the plastic knife, and you got to sleep with holding the plastic spoon. Sharpen the edge of the plastic spoon trying to go to sleep. We got Mr. Lee on the lines if you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. How you doing, Mr. Lee?
Man, it's a beautiful day out. I do hope you guys do get out and enjoy some of this weather. Other than that, my most memorable moment, and it was for me, is when you guys surprised me on my birthday, man. I called in, and this is back when Big Brother DZ was one of the producers.
Okay.
And, you know, I called in, and you guys was like, oh, you know, here's someone that everybody stops and listens to. And I'm like, and they all burst out with the happy birthday. And I'm like, what? How did y'all know it's my birthday? Well, come to surprise was because my wife called you guys and set that up. It's usually really hard to surprise me, but one thing they did know that I listened to you guys' station. And that was a memorable moment for me.
That's
I appreciate you guys for doing that. That was in, I believe, Justin, earlier, your second year of the station. And there's many memorable moments, period, as far as what you guys have been doing. And the truth is always going to be new to somebody, and the truth is going to outlast any of us. So, you know, that's what's going to keep us. So keep up the good work. I was listening to you and Minister Kevin, Miracle Kevin, man, that brother. God bless him. God bless y'all. I appreciate you. But I was listening to y'all, and that's what it's about. It's really about specifically that keeps us, that love in the truth, that concern for the truth, and that we stay steadfast in the truth. So, you know, I don't look at it, when I hear those words, the truth, I don't look at it as a station. I don't look at it as anybody owns it. I just look at it as, again, with this platform and where you guys are going from here. No, it's not even a bump in the road, nor is it a stumbling block, man. It's just growth, and we're gonna grow even more. They can't stop us from growing. Much love and God bless.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Lee. I appreciate you, and thank you. You know, many times when we come in here, we try to give the best experience to our listeners At least that was the goal, and making sure that we do what we can do to try to push a positive vibe out there in the community. And that just warms my heart to know that we were able to, brighten your day, especially on a birthday. That's powerful. But if you want to call in, give me your best truth moments, 833-212-1017. When we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You ever see the sign above the highway? The number of people that have been killed on the road? My wife, my son, and my unborn child were killed by a distracted driver. They were more than just a number.
Your phone isn't worth it. Buckle up, phone down. Brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem, but the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day. Too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely, but thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This sports update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Brewers are headed to Chicago to face the Cubs for the first time since the Brewers beat the Cubs 3-2 in last season's NLDS. The Brewers have won 8 out of their last 10 games, but suffered one of those losses in the final game of the series against the Twins. Brewers lost yesterday's game 5-4.
This one behind home plate. Caratini sheds the mask. He's got room, makes the catch. And the Twins survive, and they salvage a game out of this series.
Chicago came together during the White Sox and Cubs series to call out a familiar Wisconsin sports team. As you can hear, Green Bay sucks. Well, here's a familiar sound for Brewers fans.
It is gone! Bryce Terang, an October moment.
Tonight's game begins at 6:40. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 1017 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Big heart, big voice. Whole city in the ceiling. Yeah. Walk in, capes turn to cameras. He don't need a mask, just manners. Show up when the block need answers. Turn pain into cheers, that's magic, that's standard. Turn who gon' help, so we got hope. Turn I can't talk, to I won't show. From the courthouse steps to the front row pew. If you speak truth first, he gon' stand by you, yeah. He got superpowers, call him Tory Lowe. Everyday hero, everywhere he go. Turn that pressure into solid gold. If you feel alone, he gon' let you know. You ain't alone, you ain't alone. He got superpowers. He got superpowers.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Question of the day: what is the most memorable moment on The Truth? Tory Lowe Show, any show, let me know. 833-212-1017. This is my last week on the air as far as being on The Truth. But like I said, this is something that we're going to celebrate. This is actually a great celebration because now we get to, talk about things and reflect. And then as we move forward, we got to gear up. We got to still gear up. We still got to work to repair the village. So this is just not a goodbye moment. This is just a reminiscent understanding that, okay, we had 5 beautiful years. What was something that stuck out to you the most? 833-212-1017. We got Blake on the lines. How you doing, Blake?
What's up, big brother Tory? Even though I'm a little older than you, still my little big brother. What's happening, man?
Blessings, brother. I appreciate you for tapping in as usual.
For sure. Almost off work. But my moment was when I met you almost around Christmas when Rodney Poe came. We was at the exclusive thing, and when we met, you know what I mean? You, me, and Liz Brown, and we hung out that night. That was beautiful. Powerful. That was my moment. Yes, sir. That was my moment with you, man. But I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. You can always reach me if you need me, G.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for calling in and being faithful to the topics and things that we were doing in the community. And you definitely been a blessing, and I appreciate you as well.
I'm just doing my work as I can. I've been feeding the homeless at Repairs of the Breach and in the guest house every other Sunday. And I've been talking to these kids, like you say, talk to these young kids, man. Don't make them afraid of you. So I've been doing my work in the community as well, sir. So you just keep on, man. And when you don't have to know how to find me if y'all need me, it's time to get down, baby.
I appreciate that. Like I said, there's always a lot more work to do. And I thanked everybody on my Facebook today for 17 years of just dealing with the community. And in 17 years, it was so much that then took place over the last 17 years right here in the city of Milwaukee. I'm talking about long walks, protests, helping people with evictions, missing people, you name it. We done been through it in the last 17 years. In the last 5 of those years, the movement has been on 101.7 The Truth. That's why I say the movement continues, the marathon continues, regardless of what takes place. The movement continues, the marathon continues. And if you've been around 17 years and look how many things that then took shape and took place, I'm looking forward to the next, whatever's next, because it's going to continue. The marathon is always going to continue, and I'm proud of everybody that have contributed to the movement that I have since day one, that joined whenever they joined, whatever day they picked up on what was going on in the city. They used to say wasn't nobody helping nobody, wasn't nobody doing nothing. Well, we crushed those sayings. And I always wanted an active audience. I didn't want y'all to just listen to the show. I wanted y'all to get out in the community and get involved. And that's what largely took place. And I appreciate the brothers and sisters on the front lines. Many times when we talk about frontline work, a lot of times it goes off the radar because it ain't all with the drama. It ain't got a lot of drama attached to it. And some of y'all attracted to the drama. So a lot of the front line work that was going on kind of goes under the radar, but we were able to get the front line work in the front and do a lot of amazing things over the last 5 years with radio. I didn't know what we was doing in the streets was going to translate to radio, but it did. It translated over to radio, and we brought people to radio that wasn't even listening to radio or didn't look at radio as nothing that they needed to really listen to other than listening to music. Talk radio was something that when you talk about this new generation, they was like, they didn't have to really listen to that. But then when the Tory Lowe show came, the truth came, as we started to build, a lot of people, we got a whole new audience that was like, oh, wow, I like this. I like the way this is set up, and I appreciate everybody that was a part of the Truth family, the ones that are currently here and the ones that are no longer here. Everybody worked to add in the energy to make the Truth in what it is right now. And bless the Truth moving forward, whatever that looked like. Hopefully it can deliver and continue to deliver as, it has always been. And salute to everybody that joined us out at the festivals at Juneteenth. I mean, we had an amazing time. I was at Juneteenth. We was broadcasting live at Juneteenth. My most memorable moment to me was something personal. My most memorable moment was when I first went live at Summerfest. And the only reason it was personal to me because I was an intern at 1290. It was a black talk radio station or a black radio station back years ago that's no longer around, 1290. And I was an intern at 1290. And they had me doing I might as well went and got a cheesecake, walked to get the cheesecake. I felt like making the band back then. But what happened was they would go up to Summerfest and they had me hooking up the studio at Summerfest. And I remember thinking like, man, I can't wait till one day to have a show up at Summerfest. And I remember breaking it down. I had to do the setup. Then I had to take it down and bring it back to Sherman. They off of 40th and 40, I think 40th and Sherman. Don't quote me on that. But I remember that day like it was yesterday. And then I remember sitting while the live talent was going live from Summerfest. I remember looking and like, man, like, I can't wait to get my own show up at Summerfest. And when that happened with the Truth, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I didn't say nothing. I just went live and did my show. But I remember walking to the Summerfest grounds and setting up to go live. And I remember back when I was working at 1290, and it just was like a full circle moment. I went from working and setting up the show to having my own show eventually. So that was a great manifestation to me. And that was my biggest moment with the Truth. Other than a lot of the families coming in, talking about the issues, I love all of the interviews we had, all of the people that came in and added to the topics, a lot of the callers, a lot of the chat. I love the chat. I appreciate everybody that joined the show in the chat, faithfully in the chat. All of this was amazing. And we created this from scratch. And I appreciate everybody for whatever part they played as far as the Tory Lowe show, as far as the Truth, as far as the production. It all worked together. And we will continue. The movement will continue. And I appreciate the listeners. A lot of y'all listeners out there in Radio Land would tune in to the Truth, no matter what show y'all liked, no matter, how y'all consumed it. Y'all were a part of this journey as well. And I thank the listeners, the listening audience, for being simply amazing over these last 5 years. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you that have been following this journey for the last 17 years. And whatever comes next, trust me, hold on to your seats. Hold on to your seats because it's going to be the same format, community-driven and looking to bring change. And look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
I won tickets last week on your show to see The Wiz. I just wanted to call and say thank you and say I appreciate you. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the station. That was a core memory that was made last night. The Wiz was an amazing performance.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Block full of pain, I done walk them tears. Face every fear, I done fought their years. Name in their ear like a chant in the bleachers. Front row love for the hurt and the dreamers. They say tone it down, I just turn up truth. Made for the trenches, I was raised by proof. If the system cold, then I bring that flame. You can see that light when you shout my name. Tory Lowe, that Batman. Pull up when it's that bad. Riding for the have-nots. Turn a closed door to a last stand. Tory Lowe, that Batman. Big cake, made a past pain. Turn cries into an anthem. Make the whole block chant his last name. Low, 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 low. Mama in the lobby, papers in the hand. Judge on the bench, never walked our land. Still I stand in the gap like a bridge on fire. Turn smoke to a signal, lift that quiet. March through the rain, shoes soaked in doubt, but the kids on the curb start singing out loud. Don't leave, nah, I stay right here. To the ones in the back, I'll make it to the clear. I done seen brothers fall from a crooked decision, so I grind all night
101.7
with
The
a
Truth.
different vision. From
Tory
the
Lowe,
east
Tory
side
Lowe
block to the
Show.
west side stoop, I'm the voice that they call
We
when
got Shauna on the lines. Shauna wanted to add to the question of the day. What is your most memorable moment on The Truth? How you doing, Shauna? How you doing, girl?
Hey, what's up, Tory?
Hey, how you doing,
This is a
Shauna?
I'm good, baby. This is a bittersweet moment, but this is what growth looks like.
Right.
And I'm loving it. I don't know what the plan is for them because we don't get no blanket in what y'all been doing, but I'm excited for you and all the others and your endeavors going forward. My most memorable moment was when you tried my vegan chicken sandwich.
Oh, that was powerful.
How can I forget that?
That was powerful.
But anywho, it started a beautiful movement of just introducing that type of stuff here, you know. But that was my memorable moment. But learning about you guys leaving, you know, I ain't gonna lie, it broke my heart a little bit, but I am so excited for you, for Liz, for Kyle, everybody's new endeavors going forward, and many blessings to y'all. You know, I know y'all gonna do well. This ain't no goodbye, you know that, right?
Right.
So,
I keep telling people that. I keep telling people that. It's just only on this truth, on this stage, only on this brand, but the movement continues. You know, God bless. You know,
it's going. The marathon.
Like I said, I mean,
is gonna continue.
I've been
I'm
out here
excited for
17
you.
years. You know, like you know how many changes I've been through in 17 years.
Absolutely.
And we
it's all been
continue.
growth, though.
And it's always been growth, and it's
yeah.
always been community first. So that ain't stopping. You know, I don't think the community will let me stop that.
No, we ain't gonna let you stop, bro.
Right.
I don't. We out here with you.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, like. So, like I said, but
you gotta rest, though. We want you to rest and have vacation. So make sure you do that.
We'll see about the rest.
You. I love you.
I can't guarantee no rest. I ain't had no rest yet, so I can't guarantee that.
Oh man, we gotta work on that. That's part of the new endeavor. We gonna work on that.
Okay. I got you.
So much love to y'all. Yeah, take care, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, and I appreciate you too. And like I said, you definitely been a blessing, you know, throughout this journey, and I appreciate you, Shauna. Thank you. We've been having issues with these fast food restaurants, and like I said, since the show started, we've been kind of eyeing a lot of the weird stuff that's been going on through the drive-through fights, shootings, people arguing over, you know, missed orders or just going in there. I don't even know what's going on in 2026. A lot of these incidents with these fast food restaurants, I don't know what to call it anymore. It's just outrageous. Well, I want to head over to Boston. This is a situation that happened in Boston. Charges expected after a video appears to show a McDonald's worker contaminating the fries. And y'all know y'all like the McDonald's fries. If you watch it as we broadcast live, we got some video. Let's listen.
The video, when you watch it, is quite uncomfortable. And now the woman in the video, we're told by the Southbridge Police Department, is facing charges. But they've been pretty tight-lipped and have not told us what those charges are. The video stems from this Southbridge McDonald's. It went viral earlier this month, and it shows an apparent female employee stuffing French fries into her mouth, then putting those French fries in a large red McDonald's fry cup. And then there's a second apparent employee that can be seen holding the cup and laughing. The video now has tens of thousands of views, so many that the Southbridge Police Department says numerous people have been calling in and submitting online tips about the incident. The department also says they've been working with the Board of Health and restaurant management, trying to determine if those French fries that were in her mouth were ultimately served to a customer. Now, the owners of this McDonald's did put out a statement They say they've been working with police and the health department, and that the department found no health code violations inside of the McDonald's. The question now is, what charges exactly will this woman be facing? We're told we'll have to wait for her to appear in court before we learn more information. So, of course, we'll keep you posted.
All right, here we go. Now, and this is where I say, like, this is why I'm always cautious of when I pull up to fast food ideas, or so let's say I'm out late and I want to grab me a bite or something like that from a fast food. If that person at the window give me an attitude, I'm not buying no food. Because ain't no telling what they up in there doing to the food. And if you got a bad attitude and you serving food, chances are, what's stopping you from doing something disgusting to the food? Or, you know, they not paying you enough, you upset with your paycheck, or maybe you going through a bad situation and you irritated and you got all this food around you. The likelihood of them, you know, being careless or doing something they ain't supposed to do because they don't care, because their life is probably spiraling out of control, or it's a huge possibility that you know, a person comes into the restaurant with the wrong attitude, might give you a little sprinkle or something. I don't know. They said she put the fries in her mouth and then put it into, you know, the orange, you know, fry container. All I'm saying is, I go off the vibe, and that's from what I can see. But if I go somewhere and somebody got a nasty attitude, you know, customer service is bad, most likely I'm not never coming back there, because I don't want nobody with a nasty attitude making my food, putting the vibrations, the negative vibrations on the food, or maybe not really caring, you know, to really be clean, you know, maybe not washing their hands because they in a situation of distraught. So I don't know. I tend to not eat out as much as I used to now that I've been running these stories.
Put the fork down.
Hey, got to put the fork down. Hey, look, we talking about making changes. Andrew, do we have a picture of you, how you looked before you put the fork down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew came in on the Tory Lowe show, and he put the fork down. He stopped going to these restaurants where there may be a chance of him chewing on some fries that have been in somebody's mouth. And he put the fork down, and you lost 50 pounds.
Yes, sir.
50 pounds. I'm talking about, he was a producer on other shows. But when he got on the Tory Lowe show, he felt powerful. And now he came in today with his haircut. Andrew got a haircut. I don't know. Take a picture, Andrew. Do something to show the people how he got a new haircut for the summer.
Put the photos up after the break.
Yeah, well, after the break, we'll get the photos up. But Andrew came in with a nice haircut. He been dressing in suits, lost 50 pounds. See what I'm trying to tell you? Change is happening all around. Hey, look, when we come back, I guess we're going to show Andrew how Andrew looked now. Andrew, make sure you show the one where, you know.
You look fat?
Yeah, the fat boy one.
Yeah, okay.
Because he showed it to me, and Truth Nation breathed life into Andrew. Now he out here trying to catch this summer. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay like that right here on Tory Lowe.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you. And then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old.
6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And last week, before we went into the weekend, we was talking about a potential data center that was supposed to be at the Walmart at Midtown. I guess it was a lot of controversy on that topic. Well, I look up and I'm seeing a news report saying that the Milwaukee Midtown Center building owner disputes proposal claims. It's not a data center. They saying that ain't no data center going to be at Midtown. Now, we went out the reports. So what's the confusion here? Even one of the aldermen put out a message and said that it wouldn't be a data center that uses the water. It'll be self-contained. Well, didn't I read that on the air? Okay, he didn't say it wasn't going to be no data center. He just said it was going to be, the water is going to be self-contained. So I don't know what to believe at this point. But they're saying that the Milwaukee Midtown Center building owner, he's disputing the proposal claims. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got some audio and video on this. Let's listen.
Able to track down the owner of this abandoned Walmart. He does not live here in Milwaukee. And he says what people are calling a data center will be anything but. He says it will actually be a medical research facility. It's 160,000 square feet of empty space. A proposal to fill 12% of it right now causing a stir. That's because this proposal says it would be for a data processing, computer services, computer research facility, specifically focused on high-performance computing. Some neighbors concerned it will be like one of the data centers under construction right now in Port Washington and Mount Pleasant.
What can you tell us about what this plan is?
I don't know about what's happening with that yet. I know
The mayor without specifics of what's to come.
I think the proposal is talking about a section, a space of an existing building, not demolishing, for instance, all of Midtown Center and putting a massive data center there.
But 12 News has learned a company called AFS Milwaukee LLC owns the building. Reached by phone, owner Trent Overhue would not agree to being recorded, but spoke at length with 12 News. He would not reveal the tenant, but said the project is, quote, not a data center, but rather a facility for medical research with computers, but no servers. He also had strong words about the process.
Computers,
quote,
no servers.
I'm tired of working with the city of Milwaukee on this project, he angrily told me. Every time I try to do something positive in this area, you guys jump all down my back.
Oh, why he got an attitude? He's what you hiding? Why you got an attitude problem? He said, I'm tired of working with Milwaukee. Every time I try to do something, you're jumping down my back. On the Tory Lowe show. Well, you ain't got to worry about it after Friday. We'll probably be doing. We may continue it in another format. But what I'm saying is, why he got a stank attitude? Because people asking questions. And why the mayor get on there? I don't know what's happening, but this is what I do. No, you the mayor. It's coming into your old automatic district, and you don't know? Stop. Why do they want to be forward with the public? And if it wasn't a data center, why are you mad? See what I'm saying? See, something they pulled out because they know how we get down in Milwaukee. Y'all think them Karens up there in the suburbs was going crazy over them data centers. They know when we said we wasn't going to get no jobs or no opportunities, they already know. They already know it was finna go left. They thought they was going to slide it in. Plus, the alderman said that it was going to be some kind of self-containing idea. Let me pull up this, what the alderman said before this article came out, because I like to read stuff. So if obviously he thought it was going to be some kind of, data center, obviously, because what he wrote. So what's this? The mayor don't know what it really is, but he gave an opinion of like some type of medical research. Mark Chambers, this is where he wrote. I tried to read this. He said, data centers are a couple of very bad words these days. He goes on to say that they conjure images of gray buildings covering thousands of acres, creating immense levels of noise and taxing local water supplies and other resources. And then he goes on to say that I want to get to the part where he says it was like a self-containing idea. It is true the high technology use is included in the part of the project. This is what he said. It's true that high technology use is included in part of the project submitted by AFS Milwaukee, LLC. While the details of their submittal are not final, that use is expected to have a small footprint and with respect to water, utilize a closed-loop system that will be entirely self-sustaining and require no water from local supply. Its power needs will be similarly limited. Now, why would you say all of that if it wasn't no data center? Because that sounds like a small version of what we've been seeing of the idea. So now it ain't nothing. Now it ain't no data center. No data center. They don't want it. They don't. It seemed like we pulled the cover off something, or the media started checking into it, and then you heard the mayor, I'm just saying, why we don't know? How come you don't know? I'm just asking. And why he got a nasty attitude with the news? And sent a bad message to the community. It sounded like the end of Scooby-Doo. I would have got away with it if it weren't for the meddling kids. You know, every time I try to start a project in the city of Milwaukee, you get on my back. Well, you should do something that neat that the community won't. You should do somewhere that the community agree with. You got all this space over there sitting empty. Concrete growing grass. I mean, bring something in the community that we can be happy and proud of and can use. That's all I'm saying. But hey, we gonna see. We gonna stay on this. We got, if you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. We got Ray on the lines. How you doing, Ray?
Good afternoon, Tory.
Blessings, brother.
All right. Got a question about the fellow that called in. I think it was last week or maybe the week before, but he had the issue in one of the outlying counties, where he got stopped by the police.
Oh, the brother that was out in Woolworth County.
Yeah. So have you been in touch with him lately? Did he get an attorney?
He's working to get the attorney, and he's working to get any body cam video.
Right. Okay.
From the incident, because in Wisconsin,
right,
law enforcement have to wear body cameras, so we want the body camera footage, and he also has footage as well from his phone as well.
Yeah. Okay. Now I was calling to see, if he need some assistance with, fundraisers, see if he got any kind of fundraising issues.
Oh, okay.
He needs assistance with.
Well, check this out. Send me your information, email, phone number. Stay on the line. Give me that information, and I'll keep you up to speed, because it seems like you want to be involved in what's happening with that, and I'll make sure that you have all the details needed so you can be a part of what's going on with that. And I appreciate you for asking about that. But sometimes when you got to go and do those releases to get the body cam from them, they going to make you wait. And then, they don't want, people to see that type of behavior. They don't even think that we even know about getting all of that stuff. So when you send that stuff in, and then some attorneys, if they from that area, they may not want to have the conflict with the sheriff department. So, we just go through our due diligence to make sure we got the maximum amount of proof, so we can make sure that the public understands what's going on. So I appreciate you for checking up on them, because I'm going to let them know that you was, you wanted to, make sure that you wanted to assist. So I appreciate, that's what I'm talking about, being about that action, Ray. And I thank you for calling in. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to continue to make sure that we deliver things like stories like what happened to the young man that was out in Woolworth County. Let me make sure I got the county correct. But he just reached out to me and was like he's working with, trying to get an attorney to help him out with this situation. And we're trying to get the body camera footage. Here we go. It's sad. It's sad. A lot of these stories, even the rental scandal, the rental scam. A lot of people want to get an update on the rental scam, but we'll make sure we keep y'all updated on everything that's going on. It's not in this format, but we'll continue to make sure we inform the community the best way going forward, and making sure that these stories have follow-ups and all of that. Don't worry about that. We're going to definitely make sure we do call to actions as well around some of these ideas. It's just a lot going on. But like I said, we're going to have to be the change that we want to see. We're going to have to be the ones to try to bring the results that we want. So stop looking outside of us and make sure that we concentrate and lock in, because this is the year to repair the village. And trust me, We got the tools out. We got everybody do a little. Nobody got to do a lot. And we going to make it happen. We're going to definitely make it happen as we continue to move forward. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
May is Skilled Trades Month, a time to celebrate the hands-on careers that keep our communities and our economy moving forward. At Junior Achievement, students learn that great careers don't always start behind a desk. With support from Komatsu, students are exploring opportunities in skilled trades, advanced manufacturing, engineering, and technology in Milwaukee's Harbor District. Thank you, Komatsu, for helping inspire the next generation of builders, problem solvers, and innovators. Learn more at ja.org.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs, serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The people's champ. Yeah, yeah. Who the people's champ? Tory Lowe. When it all goes wrong, where do people go? Tory Lowe. Who was speaking up for those people in the ghetto? Tory Lowe. Who was out in Kenosha on the front line in the snow? Tory Lowe. Who out here righting the wrongs and shining light on these folks? Tory Lowe. Who the biggest advocate that Milwaukee has ever known? Tory Lowe. Who out here finding these babies and bringing them back home? Yo, Tory Lowe. If you don't know, then you know. Who gonna be right there with you in that hospital when you shot up? Tory Lowe. Who gon' find a child molester that touched your daughter? Tory Lowe. Who gon' help you out when that landlord put you out of that apartment? Tory Lowe. When your son need a transplant, who gon' find that organ? Tory Lowe. Who out here shutting down the streets with no permit? Tory Lowe. Who the biggest activists out here that's independent? Tory Lowe. Who you gon' call if you end up missing? Who put this all together? Me, that's who. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe.
101.
Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I want to head over to Orlando where police announced arrest in EBT fraud scheme. Another EBT fraud scheme going. There's a lot of fraud schemes going on. We've been uncovering quite a few in the last couple months. We probably talked about 5 or 6 different fraud schemes that's going on. But in Orlando, Florida, police are saying that there was an EBT fraud scheme going on. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got some video on this. Let's listen.
5 people faced more than 100 charges combined for their alleged roles in what Orlando police say was an elaborate fraud scheme involving EBT cards. According to an arrest report, police say the suspects used fake cards with stolen information from real EBT cards believed to have been skimmed to make small purchases at places like this Wawa on South Goldenrod Road. The receipts would then show how much money was available in each account. Police say the suspects bought cases of energy drinks and coffee from multiple stores in Orlando, including this Walmart also on South Goldenrod Road, draining the victims' accounts. The report says victims reported discovering their accounts depleted or declined when attempting to purchase groceries for themselves or their households. Police allege the group stashed the products at several storage units before taking them to a food and beverage warehouse where they were sold for a profit. Detectives investigated a total of 37 incidents within the city of Orlando, all between October 2025 and April of this year. They ended up identifying at least 29 victims. Overall, police say the group stole more than $5,000 in EBT funds.
I was devastated because it's like, okay, I've been waiting all month to purchase what little items I got. Why would you do that to somebody like that? I mean, you don't even know the person, or you could really honestly care less.
Of the 5 suspects, police say Carlos Ruben Gomez Jimenez, Maite Lazara Mesa Labrada, and Carlos Luis Diaz Jimenez were primarily responsible for buying the products using stolen card information. They faced multiple charges, including racketeering, criminal use of personal identification information, and public assistance fraud.
Wow. And the woman on the phone, she hurt. Because they fill the card up once a month. So you got this card this is what you got to use for the month to get your food, and they stole from the people. They stole the money from the people that didn't even have it to do. And, I'll say this, you got to be careful. You got to be careful where you're purchasing food at. You got to make sure that the place is legit. You seen what happened with the rental scheme. So now you got the housing, people scamming, and now they trying to take the food stamps. Now they're trying to take the EBT money. Keep your head on the swivel. If it look funny and it sound like it's too good to be true, pull back. Pull back. Because you might be getting scammed. It might be a scam. If you in a situation where somebody is too happy about you making the transaction and they excited and try to keep you geeked up or keep you, it's like when you get them cold calls and people try to sell you something, they try to keep you on the phone. Like, I don't know how they got this lady in the position to take her money, but, everybody, it's always, you can fool anybody if you just, people can get fooled if they don't understand how it works. And urgency is always the first thing to me, where you got to buy this, you got to do that. You need to give it to me now. You need to give me your number right now. Like, what's going on? No, I don't need to do nothing. I don't need to give you nothing right now. I don't need to do nothing you talking about. They try to talk you in and walk you into a scam. Most scam artists try to make it seem like, you need to do this because it's the best thing for you. I don't even know you. How you know what the best thing for me is? It's a scam. Okay? When they say it's the best thing for you to do, it's really the best thing for you to do it for them. Okay? Let me start. I almost said something that, I ain't going to say it because I deal with scams all the time. We expose scams all the time.
Last week, Tory, you're not gonna get this soapbox.
I just said the last week. I had some friends of that was close to me that tried to scam me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I, I just in my brain, I'm like, do you understand who you talking to? I didn't even say nothing. I just let them talk.
What type of scam was it?
Credit card scam.
Oh, brother.
All I'm saying is I'm looking like, okay. Wow. And you never know. Like I said, you never know what people, it could be close family members that try to scam you because they closer to you and you may care about them. People get scammed in multiple ways. But anytime it's urgency, anytime somebody, is working with you in financial, you got to kind of pull back and try to examine what's really going on. What they say, Nick Cannon just got, one of his accountants took him for like $2 million. Nick Cannon.
Damn.
I saw that floating around, and since he said that about the Democrats and Republicans, people, that's what you get. That's what you get for siding with the Republicans. Like, they don't care.
That's tough.
That is tough. People always, I got scared out of $2 million. Well, you said something against Donkey Gang, so you deserved it. Man, that's trash. You know what? It is my last week. I shouldn't say. Every time I say I shouldn't say, I should say it. But I ain't trying to do that. I could, it's a lot of stuff I hold back from because my grandma told me if you ain't got nothing really good to say at the moment and it's gonna start a whole thing, don't say it. So I'm trying to pay attention to my grandmama right now.
I'm trying to think the last time I got scammed. I've done a pretty good job of staying above the fray.
Okay. Well, like I said, I got another story that I want to cover. They're saying that a 71-year-old elder was killed in a Milwaukee hit and run. 71-year-old elder was killed in a hit and run right here in the city. It's been a lot of hit and runs incidents. I've had to tackle several hit and run incidents, but when you talk about the elders out here trying to function and get around, this is a sad situation. 71 years old, lost his life to a hit and run. We got some audio and video on this. Let's listen.
Criminal charges for the man police say hit a pedestrian in the middle of the street, then sped off. 33-year-old Sean Evans is accused of running over 71-year-old Marshall Hill at 43rd and Silver Spring Monday night. Hill's family tells 12 News he was crossing the street to catch a county bus. Surveillance video shows Hill crossing the street just before 9 Monday night when police say a Chevy Camaro driven by Sean Evans speeds down the street and hits him. We've paused the video before the moment of impact. According to a search warrant, Evans told investigators he knew he hit someone but drove off because he was afraid. He had his first court appearance today.
He fled from the scene after striking the victim. He indicated during an interview that he went into panic mode.
A judge set Evans' bail at $20,000.
Wow. Now, he knew he was wrong for speeding. That's why he panicked. Because if he wasn't speeding, he probably wouldn't have hit the elder. Like, I'm going to tell you this. When you do stupid stuff and stupid stuff happens, nobody want to hear that excuse. No, I don't think nobody want to hear that. Like, it's obviously you was going fast when you hit the elder, Some of y'all be in a hurry to go nowhere but to jail. It's like, y'all, let me get to jail right quick. Let me hit the gas. Let me do something stupid right quick so I can mess my life up. Let me speed. And then eventually, if something bad happens, I'm on the news looking sick. Because I was trying to hurry. You know what you did was you sped up and put yourself in prison. You sped up just to go to jail. Like, you could have drove regular speed limit and still been free. Some of y'all out here doing stupid stuff, speeding your way either to the grave or to jail, driving, doing reckless driving. The moment you get out of control with a vehicle, you making a choice to probably put yourself in a bad situation. Now, if he would have been driving a regular speed limit, he could have stopped, checked on the elder to see what was going on, and he probably wouldn't even got in trouble because accidents happen. But you knew that you was speeding, you was going higher than the speed limit, and you hit an elder, and that's why you drove off. That's why you did the hit and run, because you knew your life was over with. Now, wherever you was going don't even matter. This is why I don't understand why people speed and thinking that they doing something. Then as soon as they hit somebody or as soon as the car get tore up or something happened bad, you on there looking for empathy and sympathy all the time. And there ain't nobody going to give it to you like that. Now he wish he had to win slow. Now he wish he hadn't sped up and put that, whatever he was listening to. I don't know what y'all be listening to. I don't know what kind of drugs y'all taking. I don't even know if it's either or. But I always wonder why every time I see somebody speeding down the street, I'm like, you in a rush to go to prison. That's what I think. You in a rush to cause something bad to happen, and then all of a sudden you're going to be looking sick on the news with your mugshot. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Don't settle for a fixer-upper. Build a brand new home with Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity. They partner with first-time buyers to make home ownership possible with little to no down payment and a team that's on your side every step of the way. Even if you're just starting to explore what's possible, they're here to help you take the next step. If your household earns between $55,000 and $90,000 a year, you may qualify. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog.
Great. Do you have a pool outside?
Nope, just a big old backyard.
Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Comedian turned media mogul Byron Allen is taking over BuzzFeed. Last week, he announced he'd be buying a majority stake and becoming chairman and CEO.
Yeah, this was definitely a bit of a surprise for us. We knew that BuzzFeed was trying to find some outside capital and reinvigorate its business. Did not expect Byron Allen to be the savior.
Chris Palmieri covers the entertainment industry for Bloomberg News.
It's an unusual move for him because although he's worn many hats, he started off as a stand-up comedian, but he owns local TV stations, the Weather Channel. He has some online channels, but it produces TV shows, but it's mostly in the medium of TV.
Allen is hoping to use his TV experience to turn BuzzFeed into what he's calling a free TV super app, likely competing with the likes of Fox's Tubi and Paramount Skydance's Pluto TV. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This sports update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Brewers are headed to Chicago to face the Cubs for the first time since the Brewers beat the Cubs 3-2 in last season's NLDS. The Brewers have won 8 out of their last 10 games, but suffered one of those losses in the final game of the series against the Twins. Brewers lost yesterday's game 5-4.
This one behind home plate. Caratini sheds the mask. He's got room, makes the catch. And the Twins survive, and they salvage a game out of this series.
Chicago came together during the White Sox and Cubs series to call out a familiar Wisconsin sports team. As you can hear, Green Bay sucks. Well, here's a familiar sound for Brewers fans.
It is gone! Bryce Terang, an October moment.
Tonight's game begins at 6:40. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee, I hear you. Front lines, King Tory Lowe. I see the pain in my city, I can't close my eyes. Too many mothers still crying from the homicide. They say be strong, but they don't feel it deep inside. So I speak for the ones who ain't got a voice to cry. I've been walking through the fire trying to make it right. Praying God keep me covered every single night. If I fall, just remember what I sacrificed. I was fighting for my people, trying to bring the light. Yeah. Born on the north side, Fish Street raised me, where the blocks turn cold and the system don't save me. Fighting on 4th and 7th as a youngin', trying to find peace, but the streets kept calling. They told me legends used to walk on Lee Street, now it's sirens every night. Hard to get sleep, I seen candles in the dark where the souls rest.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, we got the lines open. 833-212-1017. What is your best moment on The Truth? No matter if it's Tory Lowe Show, any other show right here on the station, what is your best moment that you remember in the last 5 years? We got Kathy on the lines. How you doing, Kathy? How you doing, Kathy? Is Kathy still on the lines? Well, get her back on and we'll come back to her. Well, while we waiting for Kathy, maybe because Kathy was been on hold for a second, so maybe she listening to the show, waiting for her name to be called. Let me know when she get back on the lines. But it was a police chase that I wanted to talk about. There was a police chase in Wisconsin, somewhere in Wisconsin. It wasn't in Milwaukee, but I'm gonna need y'all to tap in because in this police chase, the car flies over the traffic. Like it talk about it ramped the traffic and just did one of them Dukes of Hazzards. Like I mean, if he survived this, he could probably get a job as a stunt double. Hey, look, if you watch this rebroadcast live, we got a Wisconsin police chase where a car took flight. Y'all want to watch this footage if y'all watching this rebroadcast live. Let's listen.
41 and Winnebago. Oh! Over.
Did you see that? Happened last Saturday. A fleeing car goes off the road, goes airborne, jumped clean over another car, landed on the other side of the road on the other side of a guardrail. It's almost like something out of a movie. It wasn't a movie. The driver was taken into custody after being tased. Well, now we know who he is. This is 44-year-old Dwayne Stokes of Milwaukee. According to a new criminal complaint, a search of his car revealed a firearm and some marijuana. At the time of his arrest, Stokes was out of bond at a Kenosha County case for driving in a stolen vehicle. He's now got multiple new charges tonight.
New tonight, West Dallas police not messing around.
Hey, you go on these joy rides. I'm surprised he survived. This that Grand Theft Auto. Like, these kids been watching Grand Theft Auto so much that when they get in like one of these situations where the car flipped over a couple times, they just get out and start running. Just like the video game. He was able to survive. Also, I got Zeta Shea is in the chat. He says the story about I guess he was referring to the story about the young man that hit the 71-year-old. He said, my cousin, unfortunately, he's been having issues, devastating for the family of the victim and suspect. Prayers for the family. Prayers for the family. Christopher in the chat says, he should have been blasting the Tory Lowe show on the truth on his radio and going 30 miles an hour instead of 65. Wow. But did you see the guy that did the ramp? That looked like it came out of a movie, like in action. And then he just went and did it. He survived, got out the car and started walking, and the police took him down. I'm surprised he didn't have broken bones or nothing in his body. That was crazy.
Car had good suspension.
I mean, that's how I feel when I hit a pothole. Like I'm about to take flight. Wow. Also, we got Kathy back on the lines. How you doing, Kathy?
I'm doing good. I'm glad you talked about that car, but I got something else to tell you. But listen, he was riding high. There's a song called Riding High, a 9-year-old brain. Okay, these are a grown-ass man up in Fond du Lac, riding high, a 9-year-old brain. It ain't just young people. But going into another story here, Corey, I'm glad you talked about that card for people taking food and SNAP. I'm going to tell you something. Please, y'all, listen to me. Do not go to service stations taking money out and small corner stores buying your food. Do not go to a regular box store because it's hard to track that. They track that, and they cut counters on those things. You take money out, they got the counter on there. They're counting your money out. They're counting your money out. There was a story in New York about that. Don't be going to these convenience stores getting your groceries and food on those SNAP cards, even on your regular card, because they got your PIN number. They're recording all that stuff. There ain't that many criminals out here. The same people and families and small businesses doing that. Go to a major store where they can track that information back, okay? And don't give your kids and family all your stuff, your card. Don't do those kids have to go to the store like that. Please don't do that. Don't go to a service station and get me your rent out of the service station machine. They're counting that money already. They already know this. Okay, they count. There's a counter on there. And that's what they do. So let's go to more bigger stores, box stores to buy your stuff. At least you can trace it down better if something happens. But a neighborhood convenience store, that's where they're getting a lot of people at. It's like they filed your taxes and all of a sudden that somebody down in Atlanta kept all the people money. They had to put into their bank account. Okay? Right. And I want to cover this again because this is probably my last time. Do not put your children under 18 years old living with you on a rent application. Do not. They're not written from you. They do not need that information. Do not put all your Social Security. Put the last 4 numbers on there because on CCAP it doesn't show your social. And if somebody really need to check you out, they'll do a little more thorough check. And you check them out. Ask the owners for an ID. When I get there, I like to see an ID that you own this property or show me the deed to the property. You can get a copy because you check the city assessor's office and make sure that name on that property matches you. Matches the person who's renting it to you, or it'll be LLC and see who the LLC name is in. Verify them with an ID also. If you can't do that, they won't show up when you get to the appointment. Don't be so heavy to give somebody something because they're doing you a favor.
They really not doing you no favor.
No, they're not doing you a favor. Like you said, they're going in a hurry. They're desperate. They got bad credit references already. But do not put your Social Security name down on there. Ask me, say, ma'am, I'd like to see an ID to show that you own the property. But the name should match the property at the city assessor's office. If they say they're leasing from somebody, it ain't theirs. The other thing they're doing, it's got to be in the LLC, and they can check that out too. And the other one, call Jeff Call. That's the Attorney General's office, okay? And then Karen Long, if she's still working at the city, because Karen Long does landlord training, and you can go there as a citizen yourself also and learn what to do when doing applications for people. Please, y'all, if you can get me on the show for 20 minutes before you leave or whatever show you're going on, I'm serious. People cannot be given all the information without me showing you my information, who I am. And I'm a landlord myself. I educate people on stuff, even if I'm not going to rent to them. I say, don't do it like that. Don't put all that information down.
That was good advice. That's good advice.
Please don't, y'all. Don't get desperate. Don't get it twisted. Don't get desperate. I don't rent to people who say they got all the money and security deposit at one time. I don't work like that. I want to check things out myself. Okay, they got to bring me an ID up. I'll show them who I am. But get the deed. They can show you a deed to that property. Ain't nobody business. Who cares? Make sure that's the person that you're renting from. Okay, not the agent.
All right. Hey, look, Kathy dropping some gems on y'all. Open up your ears now. Open up the ears. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have a recap of the show today. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the #1 country that cares. Like, everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool, because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Ready to grow your business? Then connect with the City of Milwaukee at City Connect 2026, the city's 3rd annual vendor fair sponsored by BMO Harris Bank. Join local businesses, community partners, and city leaders Thursday, May 28th at Milwaukee City Hall from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Learn how to compete for city contracts, navigate the bid process, explore small business certifications, and build valuable connections through workshops and networking opportunities. Visit milwaukee.gov/vendor fair for details.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs, serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
All across Wisconsin, destination marketing organizations are working to ensure that tourism in our state and your local community is stronger than ever. Their work to drive visitation and enhance the visitor experience not only encourages travelers to discover our great state, it bolsters the economy, supports jobs, and it improves the quality of life for all Wisconsin residents. To learn more about what these great organizations are doing, visit destinationswisconsin.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
of pesos. Got a lot of brothers, some of them play bros. They don't wanna say it, but they hate Lowe. They all mad 'cause I got the Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got the recap with Andrew. How you doing, Andrew? What happened on the show today? What we got? What we got on the recap?
Man, another jam-packed show for you, Tory. Started off with Miracle Minister Kevin stopping by. I think it's the first time he was in studio with I've been around, which I love to see him. Very powerful. Very powerful. Reminiscing on the last 5 years, Tory, of the Tory Lowe Show. And, man, it got me a little choked up, to be honest with you.
You know, Miracle Minister Kevin has been faithful to the Monday prayer concept. And I always think it's important to give the first moments of my show to prayer during the week. Monday prayer, something I do online. I've been doing it online for years. Like, I always come on with the Monday prayer, first thing in the morning, Monday prayer, starting the week off. You know, a lot of people want to pray on Sunday or something. I like Mondays because when you got to get up and go into the work week, you got to get on one accord, get your mind right, get yourself motivated. And I brought that to 101.7 The Truth with my show. And the Miracle Minister Kevin was faithful even after he was shot. You know, he got shot driving Uber multiple times. And, you know, he continued to, after he recovered 2 months, I think he missed about 2 months. And then he came right back, and it just has been a wonderful blessing to have the Miracle Minister Kevin doing that Monday prayer faithfully for the last 5 years.
And Tory, him talking about the shooting and what he went through and the surgery and everything else like that, I mean, it really adds a different level to Miracle, for sure.
I agree. And salute to Minister Milton, Pastor Milton of Miracle Temple as well, who fill in when Miracle Minister Kevin can't do it. Pastor Milton is right there. Two of my favorite brothers from the cloth, and I was blessed. I was blessed to have them as brothers.
In the Pop Culture Report, Tory, we recapped a little bit of the 3-album drop from Drake on Friday. And, you know, Nazir has his takes. You have your takes. We had a couple days to kind of sit on it. I think we all are kind of in the same spot. Mediocre.
Well, like I said, I don't think the plan was to have a stellar album. I think what I'm seeing what the plan was to get out the deal. And you don't want to give all your good stuff if you're trying to get out of a deal. Plus, he got a bad taste in his mouth after the Kendrick Universal Music Group supported Kendrick, and they went into the Super Bowl and all of that. He's just trying to get out the deal. I got it now. It wasn't meant to be like a classic Drake hit record. It was kind of like, to me, was a hard drive dump, and he dumped 3 albums out there to get out of the contract. They're gonna go gold at least. Each album may go gold, which ain't never happened. According to Apple Music, he got like 60 songs charting at the top. So would that translate over in the Billboard? I don't know. But he's out of the deal. He's a free agent. I think that was the real move.
Yeah.
The business move. He was playing chess with this one.
And I'll tell you, his fans are going to say that his throwaway songs are better than your favorite artist's real album. So,
well, you know, I don't think they were intended to be throwaway songs. I just think that they just didn't make the cut. He had a lot of extra songs laying around. I even think that Run to Atlanta song with Future could have been something they had done, but it didn't make the cut.
Now, I'm surprised that he put that Future track out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I think that he threw that out there, you know, in the bunch. And that was something he already had in the archives. I would love to hear what Future says about it. I would love to hear it. Probably something he had in the tuck. But like I said, this wasn't about making hits. This was about getting out of the deal so he could start his own independent journey. And that's when he started his own independent journey, that's when you're going to see Drake, the hit maker, the creativity on a high level when he starts his next journey.
And a $2 billion man if he gets that deal from private equity. That's what the report is right now.
That's rumor. That's a lot of talk going on. I don't know if that's a rumor. I don't know what that is. But all I'm saying is he is now a free agent. And I know he has the formula on making hits. He's been making hits for a long time. When I hear this album dump, I call it an album dump. He doesn't have any hits that I have to really listen to on it. But if you're a Drake fan, you got a lot of new music. It's like those people that wanted to get what was in Prince's hard drive. You know, Prince had made a lot of songs, but he had a lot of songs piled up in his hard drive. And people was like, oh, I wish I could listen to what was in his hard drive. Or, you know, Tupac made a lot of songs. And then all of a sudden when he died, he had all of these songs in his hard drive that was released on the streets, you know. So, like I said, this is what it seems like to me. I could be wrong.
All right, well, we continued in hour 2, Tory, and it looks like we might have to break out the masks between Ebola and hantavirus. I'm a little concerned. I don't know if orange juice will save us this time.
I don't know, but like I said, what you say, the Hunter's virus is what the outbreak last time was in Wisconsin?
93, yeah.
In 1993?
Something like that, yeah.
And about 6 or 7 people got it?
I hope it doesn't happen again.
Okay, I mean, because it's making its rounds. And my daughter was asking me about the Hunter's virus because she got asthma. And I was like, we'll see.
As long as we're not around any mice or rodents or anything like that, I think we'll be okay, Tory.
Well, all I'm saying is I know a lot of people in the hood got infestation and rat poop all over the place, and I ain't heard about no Hunter's virus. So I don't know. Maybe it's out there, but I don't think, like, we would know if it was something that was crazy. Like, I remember when chicken pox was crazy. Like, everybody was talking about chicken pox, and I got chicken pox, you know, when I was a kid. But they say it's good to get it so it could be in your immune system so you didn't get it again. So, like I said, we'll see. We'll see how they try to maneuver the next sickness that comes along. You know, mainstream media always got to blow it up for the ratings.
Well, Tory, we've done a lot of stories about people freaking out in fast food. This might be the first one that I would say would be justified. That if somebody freaked out on the McDonald's worker who was putting French fries potentially in their mouth and then into the little French fry holder to give to customers, I think that'd be enough for me to go crazy.
Let me tell you something. You should never tamper with nobody's food. That's, you know, especially when they're hungry. And then if I found out you put bodily fluids on the food, I'm going crazy. I'm freaking out because you didn't have to do that. So, like I said, you got to be careful. You know, I say if somebody got a bad vibe, you go there if the person that's taking the money got a bad vibe, or if you look in the kitchen, there's some drama going on, I may not want to eat there because I don't know what happened. Maybe they bad attitude and translated into what they serving. And maybe a lot of disgruntled workers out there and the management ain't around. They might hit you with the patow. They might hit you with something extra on the food. So
I don't know if I told you this, but we tried to get McDonald's the day of the cleanup tour, and the service was so bad at this McDonald's. They didn't melt the cheese on it. It was such a bad experience.
They slapped it together.
Yeah, very bad experience.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you taking a gamble every time you eat out.
Put the fork down. Don't have to worry about these things.
Fork down. I got somebody in the chat that said, Big C in the chat says, hopefully, I mean, not in the chat, in the Talk to Texas, hopefully I can find you somewhere else. This was the best show I ever listened to. Thank you for all you do, bro. That's powerful.
Yeah, good stuff. And finally, EBT scam in Orlando, Tory. One more thing to keep our head on a swivel about.
If you got EBT, make sure that you're going to the right place. Go to a place that's known. Go to a place that everybody knows that has the right, machines for the EBT card. They stealing the EBT money. This was a scam that was going on. Hey, look, sometimes people get desperate and they think that they can get an edge, but you may get taken advantage of and get taken for a ride. All right. Well, another powerful show. Truth Nation, I salute to everybody that called in to talk about their best memories. Salute to everybody in the chat that dialed in to the show today. Salute to everybody in the Talk to Text. And salute to everybody out there in Radio Land. This is my last week as a Truth host. And I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hey, join me the whole week. We may have people stopping in. We may have people calling in. Andrew told me don't plan nothing for Friday. I guess something is supposed to be powerful on Friday. And after the Friday show, we'll be out in the 3rd Street Market Hall. And you're more than welcome to come out. So if you ain't got that on your calendar, put that on your calendar for 3rd Street Market Hall around 4:30 Friday. We'll be out in the Market Hall. Hey, look, I appreciate you. Thank you. Keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. The Kid Harris up next.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Community Spotlight.